Nu ska vi se om jag lyckas. Så har jag satt ut länken på min Facebook-sida. Om det tror jag. Hoppas det blev rätt. Jag måste kolla. Ja, det är det. Ja. Så. Se om man hittar. Där sitter jag här för mig själv. Jag har 3 kortlekar. Egentligen har jag alla nu samlade på ett ställe också. Det är en hel fantastiskt stor genomskinlig låda. Jag är full med kort. Så jag inser att börja skaffa fler och få också göra med mig. Och jag har ändå inte mina runor och sånt där. Men just nu så har jag fram Animal Spirit. The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. Och Nicoletta Caccoli. Och en Rider White. Universal Rider White tror jag den heter. Spelar ingen roll, de ser ganska lika ut. Lite ljusare bara. De ser lite gladare ut liksom. Mer positiva. Okej, jag ska flytta den här lite tror jag. Ursäkta för ljudet. Se om någon kommer in. Jag kanske ska bara dra ett kort. Eller ska jag kolla lite i den här boken till The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook faktiskt. För jag tar mig aldrig tid att läsa sånt. Och det kan ju faktiskt vara en bra idé. Jag kan kolla i den tills någon eventuellt kommer in. Så kanske jag lär mig någonting nytt. Ska jag läsa ur den till och med? Det var så. En ficklampa är mörkt. Kanske jag ska. Jag läser lite tills någon eventuellt dyker upp. Eller orkar det? Det är en hel intro här. Ska jag verkligen göra? The Eagle Meets the Rabbit kallas det. Ja, men jag läser väl den då. Jag vet inte vad det står. When I was 11 years old, I began playing basketball. I was serious about it and practiced hard, somehow landing myself as the co-captain of the team, even though my limbs were thin and lanky. What I did have going for me was a natural knack for leadership and razor-sharp eyes. Rather than calling me by my last name, the coach gave me the nickname Eagle. It gave me a rush. I was both afraid of the name and enamored of it. I envisioned the great bird, ancient and wise, soaring over the earth. Was it possible that was me? Was it true? When I led the team onto the court for pre-game warm-ups, I did feel like an eagle. Our team went undefeated through both 7th and 8th grades. We were unstoppable. And then came high school. Along with a handful of my teammates, I was taken up to varsity as a freshman. This meant we got, among other social boons, the coveted varsity jacket we'd been dreaming of all through middle school. I filled out the order form for a custom jacket with my name on it. In gold embroidery on black fabric, it read Eagle. Over the next few weeks, the questions poured in. Why does your jacket say that? What does Eagle mean? Why doesn't it say Kim? The problem was I didn't give them the answer. Instead, something else happened. that most easily is synopsized by saying my inner rabbit emerged. I went into my mom's sewing room and found her seams ripper and razor blade. Slowly but surely, I cut the embroidered cursive letters out. My jacket no longer said eagle in golden thread. Now it said eagle in tiny leftover puncture marks and scratches. No matter how I tried to smooth out the fabric, the threadbare silhouette remained. I hid the jacket in the closet. I'm interested in moments like this, not just in my past, but in yours too. What had the concept of the eagle awakened in me? How can we believe so fully in something, and yet a few weeks later, a voice can creep in and pull the rug from under us? The rabbit asks endless, annoying questions, like, are you really good enough? What do they think of you? Are you sure? What if it's not okay? The rabbit is relentless. Even though the eagle could swoop down and devour the rabbit at any moment, it doesn't. It is as if the rabbit makes the eagle forget its job description. And so goes the push and pull of our lives. We feel strong and then weak, sure and then confused. This power play between my inner eagle and my inner rabbit has been of interest to me for years. It was actually the subject of the very first calendar I drew under the, what does it say? Moniker? I don't know. The Wild Unknown. Oh, that was 7 years ago, and the puzzle is still not solved. In an attempt to delve into the mystery, please welcome the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. It is an exploration of our inner contradictions, our complex natures, and the endless mystery of who we are. We start this exploration by looking outside ourselves and asking Mother Nature for guidance. What can we learn from the great creatures who have inhabited our planet since the dawn of time? What can we learn from the slow stealth nature of the crocodile? What does the hummingbird tell us about savoring the sweetness of life? While drawing and writing the Animal Spirit deck, there was not a single card that depicted a feeling of experience I have not been through. The essence of all 63 creatures is within us, just as we are in them. The human experience is infinitely vast, as is the wisdom buried in every crevice of the natural world. I hope these cards steer you toward your innate intelligence and toward expansion, and I hope that many wild creatures grace your path along the way. May you always be on the inner quest. With love, with love from Kim Krantz, who created this deck. Then I will see if she even says something more. So no one is here, so I can continue to read. Actually, I wanted to, but as I said, I don't take time. And there is another. I will go on until someone shows up. No, if someone doesn't forever, I will stop. But let's see. Long, long ago, since the beginning of time, animals have played an integral role in the story of humanity. In creation myths far and wide, you will find complex and transformative relationships between creatures and humans. Let your mind go way, way back to simpler times and ancient civilizations where half man, half beasts roamed the earth, serpents in trees tempted humans with fruit, sirens sang along the water's edge, ravens delivered messages, and fish whispered prophecies. Then let the countless paintings covering cave walls in however you pronounce that, France, and throughout Europe take you back over 17,000 years. And what are our civilization's very first paintings of? Creatures and humans. Some believe the images tell the stories of great hunting excursions. Others believe they are records of our earliest shamanic rituals depicting our ability to commune with nature. Either way, these early cave paintings, along with myths from every culture across the globe, remind us of our eternal fascination with creatures of the wild. We see a soaring bird and have to wonder how. The sheer strength of horses changed the progress of our nations. Many times in myths, the interfacing with the creature becomes a defining moment in the story, from the snake in the Garden of Eden to Manu and the fish. Animals are woven deeply into our human story, and we continue to be woven into theirs. It's no surprise we are so intimidated. No, not just no, that was not the right word. So intimately tied to them, maybe also intimidated by them sometimes. As creatures, big and small, lead us humbly toward the divine. I say this because animals naturally inspire reverence and wonder. Reverence? Yeah, and wonder. We are transfixed by a peacock's tail, curious about the cheetah spots, speechless when we see a whale surface. Anytime we approach a state of awe, we are in relationship with divinity. We are awake. While you work with the animal spirit cards, I encourage you to resist the idea that there is a right or fixed interpretation out there, to resist the notion that our relationship to animals belongs to any one system, nation, era, or culture. Instead, contemplate the possibility that these sacred creatures reside within all of us, as they always have. Relating to the mysterious creatures of our earth is intrinsic as breathing. We long for the sacred, and therefore we long for our connection to the wild. Animals take us out of our human ego mindsets and into the realm of magic and possibility. Take part in this tradition, this deeply human tradition, and let the creatures guide you toward the divine within. There could be no greater gift to Mother Nature. And then there is this like a thread painted like a Carlos Fernando, he vanished again. I didn't see there was a message there, but it's gone. I'm sorry, I was into the story, so I didn't see. Maybe you come back. Anyways, humans on one, then they cross each other, those lines with the animals, and then on top there is the divinity for both of them. We will see if someone else come in. I will also check the Facebook page if someone is there. Okay, I will do it now. Some don't have, some don't have what? Computer, and then they don't see the chat, so they can't say something or ask something. So since Carlos Fernando is gone again, I will just continue reading then. Natural selection. As you can imagine, the most difficult step in creating this deck was selecting the animals who's in and who's out. With an estimated 10,000 species of birds alone, it was not an easy task. I looked to other animal decks for guidance without finding much apparent reason behind their selections. Some included a crow, but no vulture. Some had many cards, some few. With a vision of a million dewy-eyed creatures peering at me while I worked, I needed some structure, and I needed it badly. Soon the ancient wisdom of yoga and my familiarity with the tarot came to the rescue. I structured the deck by separating the animals into elements according to their habitats. Yoga philosophy deems earth, water, fire, air, and ether to be the building blocks of all existence. And that's also. We are living and breathing a living and breathing blend of these 5 elements, as is everything in our universe. Like the tarot, I selected 14 cards to make up each of the first 4 elemental suits. Oh, I didn't know this. The earth creatures roam like the field and forest. The water creatures inhabit the rivers and oceans. The fire creatures live in the deserts and grasslands. The air creatures belong to the sky. And then comes the 7 cosmic spirit cards. According to yoga philosophy, the 5th and final element is space or ether. For our purposes, I've given these ethereal creatures the more suitable title of spirit. These are the trump cards of the deck. They play a role similar to the major arcana in the tarot. There are 7 spirit cards, 1 to represent each of the chakras within the subtle body. Oh, much I didn't know here about this deck. Sounds somewhat logical, right? Easy peasy, almost. As the drawing began to take shape, I noticed the cat card didn't seem to fit in. I wondered why. It was one of my favorite drawings, yet the deck was slowly beginning to have a mind of its own, a story to tell that didn't include the cat. I realized the deck was wild. No domestic animals, no loyal dogs, no curious cats, no gerbils, chickens, or goldfish. A whole slew of fabulous animals were outed. It had to be done. After all, I call myself the wild unknown. This being said, I hope that you will use these cards with liberty. If you desperately need a cat card, look to the big cats for consolation: cheetah, panther, lion, and tiger. Likewise, the wolf doesn't stray too far from the dog. There are bound to be animals you'll miss. The ads aren't in my favor on this one. Yeah. My hope is that you'll let go of what isn't included and delve into what is. Yeah, that was sweet. Okay, wow. Glad I read these few words on this deck. So I'll continue. I can't stop. Oh, yeah, maybe I should actually, someone can hear this later, maybe. Earth, creatures of the field and forest. If someone comes in and asks some question, I will stop myself here. But for now, I continue. And I also speak in Swedish if someone comes in that of Swedish. The suit of survival, the creatures of field and forest. The suit of survival and instinct. The earth creatures represent our relationship with fears and habits. In general, the creatures of this suit are grounded, dependable, and supportive. However, since they are so drawn to routine, they often become stuck in their ways. Several earth cards indicate that consciousness remains rooted in the material plane, or as referred to in yoga, the gross realm. This means practical concerns, money, home, work, and family are at the forefront of the mind, not leaving room for much else. Movement and exercise are especially helpful to counter the stagnation or stuckness that can accompany excess earth element, as well as some are very, very active, although never relaxing, I have recognized. Anyways, water, creatures of the ocean, rivers, and lakes. The creatures of the water element represent our emotional world and our ability to express. These cards point to relationships, love, boundaries, and creativity, our flow, if you will. Water creatures are often drawn to the arts as they have a natural inclination toward beauty and depth. Several water cards indicate an outpouring of creativity and/or emotion. This can be wonderful, joyful, even romantic. However, when water spills and makes a mess, disappointment, and sometimes tears, they are water after all, are sure to follow. Ideally, a healthy stream of communication flows through our lives. Not too much water, not too little. Oh my, that's something you can learn, yeah. Right, fire. Creatures of the desert and grasslands. The creatures of the fire element lead us toward change. They represent the ego and challenge us to become our best selves. Although these cards appear more frequently when conflict or discomfort is present, the heat they emit is the elixir of our transformation. Several fire cards indicate the heat is on. It's a time of action and change. Deadlines and demands are around every turn, but it's all in the name of growth. You look back on it in awe of all that was accomplished. When all else fails, remember fire is the only thing that transforms darkness into light. Oh, yeah. And then air. Creatures of the sky. The creatures of the air element move quickly and decisively. They are known to see more than others, and this can lead to powerful and discerning qualities. Air creatures love movement and mobility, but the speed at which they move often leaves the ungrounded several air cards indicate too much movement and not enough earth. Some people describe this as living in the head rather than the body. It's difficult to make big decisions or remember our greater purpose when we lose our groundedness. So do whatever you must to reconnect to the physical realm. Slow walks in nature will help you get your feet back on the ground. Wow, that too is an awesome advice. All right, the last one here, spirit. Then I think it's just for the, oh, maybe it's something else, but okay, spirit. Creatures of the ether. The creatures of the spirit element do not live on earth as we know it. They are inhabitants of a dimension beyond the cosmic ether. These 7 trump cards represent significant challenges or awakenings on the subtle level, the level of the inner spirit or soul. Like guardians from another realm, they are watchful and protective when we are at a crossroads in our lives. Several spirit cards indicate the force of life is moving us in new directions. Trust is key with the spirit cards as life shifts in big ways. Questions might seem unanswerable, the future unknown, but you're in the perfect place. Even if you have the perception that you're in control, you're not. Grace surrounds the situation and steers the wheel. Wow, so. And then there is about using the deck, how to use the deck. Maybe I will just check if someone has said something on Facebook. If anyone is there. I never prepare these, so no one knows it beforehand. So, but let's see. No, I don't think. Maybe I have to update the page also. Or, yeah. No, well, that's good because then I can read more. For myself, at least. So, let's see. Okay. What's my spirit animal? It's an ever-intriguing question. When we ask it, our mind moves into the jungle, the tundra, the forest, the desert, the ocean, in search of creatures big and small that have somehow felt like our mascots, guardians, or allies. Maybe we did an online quiz, and the answer came up just as we thought it would. That's right, we say. I'm a butterfly. Maybe an intuitive told us we have unresolved wolf energy, and that didn't sit so well with us. Maybe we encountered an animal in nature at the perfect moment and have felt strong kinship ever since. I, for example, escaped to the forest of the Pacific Northwest to finish the first draft of this book. I'm going to see my epic creatures, I thought. I am, after all, writing an animal spirit guidebook. So far, I've encountered a few birds and a giant slug. I looked at that slug moving so slowly on its journey across the mossy path, and I didn't have to think too hard about its message. It's the underdog of the animal spirit world, reminding me to stay humble and to keep on writing. no matter the resistance. I thanked the slug for its message and apologized for not including it in the deck. I walked away grateful, but held back from naming the slug my spirit animal. Come on, friends, do you understand why? Giant spirit slugs aside, I want to encourage anyone who uses this deck not to get too hung up on the infamous question, what's my spirit animal? Infamous question, yeah. As soon as we claim to be a lion and a lion only, life will show us ways in which we are also a nightingale. These cards are about receiving guidance from the natural world that helps us navigate the complexity of life. We are multifaceted, multidimensional, contradictory, creative, and amazing beings. Delve in deep with me. Welcome to the wild unknown. We'll check again. I know there are a few who don't have computer, so they wouldn't be able to write here. So maybe they can on Facebook. So I'll have to double check a little bit here. Maybe I've actually I'll do like this. So no one sits here waiting. Maybe no one did. Right. Okay, then I will move on. Wow, this was fun for me. What to ask? Before you start a reading, acknowledge what you're looking for. Do you want guidance with an unresolved issue, inspiration? Perhaps you need clarity about a relationship or help in making a big decision. Sometimes a reading just piques our interest and seems fun, and sometimes readings happen serendipitous. Gosh, that wonderful word, but serendipitously. Whatever the case may be, take a moment before handling the cards and let the question formulate within you. Don't try to think up something complicated or write. Although our mind has 1,000 questions, our heart only has a few. And these are the questions we really need to answer. Let the heart have its moment to speak. Wow, this is so beautiful. Few questions to get you started. What energy would help resolve this conflict? What will I encounter today? What part of myself have I forgotten? Beautiful. Maybe I have to take cards for those if no one comes in. Maybe I will just check how many pages it is here. When to ask. Caring for your deck. Shuffling and cutting. Oh, that's a card a day. Past, present, future. The path, the obstacle, relationship spread. Oh, the year ahead spread. Oh, that was a little bit different than I used to do, but I kind of know all of these. Maybe I will actually pick cards now because this is interesting, especially the first one, I guess. What energy would help resolve this conflict? Isn't that an interesting worldly question? I will have to pick that one until someone shows up, maybe. Oh, I did something strange. All right. About what goes on here in Europe for the moment. Actually, all over the world it influences everywhere, I guess. Its impact reaches far beyond here. What energy would help resolve this conflict? Wow. I hope it comes up the worldly thing now, not the personal, whatever it could be. Right. So let's see now. As I said, I have a bunch of decks here, so I will try to shuffle all of these three at the same time. And maybe we get some. Whoa! Maybe we get some from the wild unknown. Maybe not. We will see. That's one of the decks. Yeah. So now I will concentrate on that question. I have to read it again. What energy would help resolve this conflict? What energy would help resolve this conflict? Okay, so I got one card, and that's from the Kekoli deck, actually, not the Wild Unknown. And it's the Five of Wands. Actually reversed. I'm not sure they are. I have some decks that are. I usually don't use reverse, but still it came reversed. So we'll see if this deck is like a, if it's even in here. I don't think so. No, it's not. But then again, you can interpret it as the opposite of this. Well, this is actually just showing a conflict, rather. You know. But I'll read what it says upright then. Here. 501s. Remain calm in the face of perceived obstacles. They do not threaten you in any serious way. Find ways to placate your possible foes. To calm them down, to make them. Yeah, that's a harmless challenge. A test of courage, ingenuity. I guess this goes for us who aren't in the immediate conflict then, but may feel that we might get drawn in or something like that. Yeah. So at least for the moment now, the power of now. So, and she it's a little bit of a funny card. This little girl, she is tomato. No, it's apples. She lifts her little skirt, and out there falls or flies away a lot of apples, as well as there is this snake talking about this story about the Garden of Eden, whatever. Anyways, oh, it's about knowledge then, maybe. Yeah, the apple itself, even. Wow, this was a card I've never actually looked into too deeply. The images in this deck is very weird sometimes and awesome. Anyway, so that's the thing. And actually, what is interesting here, she stands on top here, actually tiptoeing, a little girl, and this snake have the tail around her leg and seem angry, maybe. But this might be knowledge, actually, then. I don't know. I have to ponder this a bit, actually. There is some change going on anyways. The girl here on top, she have hidden all these apples. She have hidden this knowledge, apparently, before, but it falls out like now. That's what's going on. So it's visible to like everyone. There is also some. You can kind of see a little bit of a mountain further away, or whatever. It's a village. I think there is a town. There's houses. So this is very high up. This in the clouds, kind of, but on the top of some sort of hill. So yeah, the conflict is between innocence and wisdom, or innocence and knowledge, as I take it here. And there is a lot to be learned. A lot will be exposed. And she is very fearless standing there, letting all these, or if they, I think she lifts her little skirt there. She purposely, it's like a whistleblower of sorts or something, like she purposely let these things out. And the one that is more fearful is this kind of snake then, or angry actually at her for doing so, I guess. So, but she seemed very peaceful. She's calm, and hopefully this calms down. Wow. Maybe I will take a photo of this and put it beneath the beneath the whole reading, just so you can see it if you check in now or later. The snake here, it's a special one with ears and everything, or it's more like a dragon kind of person, I would say, or a energy. It seems like it could hurt her, but as the card said, it won't, at least not now, although it could be interpreted that way. So I think this shows that we feel that we might be in harm's way, and how to deal with that is knowledge, is and that's the way to deal with it. Just be careful not attacking, and also these apples could also be not only exposing things, but also, as when a dog, let's say guard dog or something, would be angry, or you would throw them a piece of meat. I don't know if it works, but in movies also. Anyways, maybe this is the thing also. To make this one concentrate on something else. I don't know. Anyway, it's very interesting card, more so than I thought first. She's just standing there, not moving, just showing what showing what was hidden, and showing also fruits are like the fruits of our labor, and those kinds of expressions, I guess. Showing the results of things that have been going on. Yeah. Oh, someone is actually liking this. Maybe I have to check now if someone is at the Medium page. No, not that I can see. Maybe I have to update it again then. No, I don't think so. So back here. Thank you anyone for the like, and someone who was here just now. So anyways, if you want to ask a question, I can speak in Swedish as well if someone is here around here and want that. But yeah, I just continue in English because then anyone can understand that. All right, so I just have to move this thing, I think, so I don't mess with the cord here. Oh, sorry. Okay, wow. I'm just fascinated right now by this card. I will read it again, what it said, because that was kind of comforting, wasn't it? Yeah. Five of Wands. I won't go into all the bad scenarios that I could come up with now, that I think of also. Remain calm in the face of perceived obstacles. They do not threaten you in any serious way. So, wow. Find ways to placate your possible foes. Harmless challenge. A test of courage. Ingenuity. Wow, let's just hope this will work out very fine for everyone then. Yeah. Shall I go on? I got a light though. I don't know from whom or if someone is here even. I will just continue then with the next question here. What will I encounter today? No, not that one. If someone asks it, I can do it for them. What part of myself have I forgotten? No, I'm not so curious about either. So maybe I should continue to read about the cards then for now. What she says about it, because it differs in various decks, so when to ask it. There are many benefits to making a reading a ritual. You might clean your space, light a candle. I always light a candle though. Living, so to speak, kind of. And I actually did some incense. When I did my one of my latest mediumship readings, a wonderful woman gave me such a treasure. I have to share this. You don't know who it is anyway. So I have wanted to go the Kundalini, that education that is 2 years. For many, many years, also, at least since I started Ayurveda, but I guess even before, maybe. Yeah, before, it was before, because I was started going to those classes before. And so, yeah. So from the beginning, I've wanted this for so long. This is like 20 years or so. And now she gave this whole, so that I can follow it myself, though, still. And I can also ask her, which is good. But anyways, it comes to the incense here, because she also sent me, well, yoga clothes and wow, just like that. And incense that I've just, this pure handmade from someone in Finland, actually, where you put it onto coal, those bricks of coal, and it's such a awesome scent. So I just did that out on my balcony just now. So I actually have this a bit of that scent in here as well. Anyways, let's see now. There are many benefits to making a reading a ritual. You might clean your space, light a candle or incense, or both. Set out your favorite stone or crystal. Didn't do that though, but actually I have obsidian in both of my here. Someone is in here. I will just read this, and then and someone's gone again. Then I will check. Oh, you see, if I do like this with no, I won't do that. If I use this flashlight. Cool. Anyways, so I have obsidian in both of my, one on each side of my pockets right now. I usually don't carry them, but for some reason. Or perhaps you simply close your eyes and take a few long, slow, deep breaths before you begin. The idea is to collect your attention and intention and direct them toward the reading. This is a moment for you to take a break from the world and to self-reflect. It's best not to demand answers from the cards when you're feeling impatient, agitated, or angry. Cool off first, collect yourself, and come back to the cards when you feel receptive. I have found sitting in stillness for just a few moments before handling the cards does wonders for the process. Actually, I think they answer pretty accurately, even if you are not in such a balanced state. But yeah, we'll just check again on Facebook here if someone is there. I go back and forth here a bit, and maybe no one is coming in, but that's fine. I constantly see this update I made from the military. No one is here. Well, okay. Oh, I've been here for when I sit and talk like this for myself, I never get bored. So apparently I can sit forever. But yeah, I will just be caring for your deck. As with anything you care for, treat your animal spirit cards kindly. Think of them as creatures and friends, and give them a nice place to lay their heads when not in use. Take them out only to read, study, or enjoy the artwork. Otherwise, keep them in their box or a pouch. If you want to pull one card to display for inspiration, make sure to keep an eye on it. Once you stop noticing it, it's time to put it back in the deck and pull another card. Try out simple gestures like washing your hands before you handle the cards. I have also heard that the creatures of this deck respond well to a quiet thank you before tucking the cards away. Wow, sweet. That's so cute. All right, shuffling and cutting. I will see what she says about that too. It's kind of interesting what different variations of way of seeing it people have. Eventually, We all develop our favorite way to shuffle and cut the deck. I never could do it as you do with playing cards, like like that. I wouldn't do that with my cards. It's just not. Although some do, but I just couldn't do that way in shuffling them. Whatever it's called. Yeah. Anyway, this takes time and experimentation. So for beginners, I suggest a simple overhand shuffling method. Yeah, as I do. When working with a new set of cards, make sure to mix the cards well. A great trick for breaking in a deck is to spread out every card and familiarize yourself with the artwork, mixing them up as you go. Don't be afraid to get lost in this step. Make small piles of cards that you like and piles of cards you don't understand yet. Mix and match and free associate. Before you know it, you'll have an intimate relationship with the cards as well as an integrated deck. No matter how broken in your deck is, it's important to shuffle before every reading. Slowly repeat your question in your mind or aloud while you shuffle and stop when it feels right. Take as much time as you need. When possible, use your non-dominant hand to cut the deck. Usually that means the left hand. This is said to be the more receptive and intuitive side. Again, you will develop a method of cutting that feels natural for you. I like to use this simple 3-step process. She describes here then. Very simple. After shuffling, place cards in one stack. Using your non-dominant hand, separate the cards into 3 smaller piles, letting the cards break naturally. In any order that feels right to you, place the 3 piles back into one. Now you're ready to start a reading, pulling the top card from the stack. Oh, I will shuffle them a bit more maybe than that. So I also do I shuffle nowadays. I usually shuffle till one just jump out. I like that way of it. It communicates better in that sense. I feel sometimes, but actually it doesn't matter. It comes the right card anyway. All right. Will I read about these simple readings? I will. A card a day, 1 card reading. The Animal Spirit deck lends itself well to a simple daily reading. The single card indicates a side of yourself you'll encounter today, or perhaps a situation on the horizon. This practice is especially powerful if you do it at the same time for several days in a row. Mornings are potent time for readings. Keep a journal or take photos for reference. And then there is this past, present, future, 3-card reading. When using Animal Spirit, the emphasis of this classic spread shifts from looking at situations in our past, present, and future to looking at the self. Use more of a who I was, who I am, who I will be framework. That was interesting. Don't be too hard on yourself if negative cards come up. Think of the cards as preventative medicine and shift your actions accordingly. So the past dynamic, present situation, and future potential. Wow. Who I was, who I am, and who I will be. Wow. That was cool. And then she have the path, the obstacle. 2-card reading is like the center of what I would do in Celtic Cross as well. This spread is a favorite, often used, and what does it say? And poets, what? And I don't know what to say. Old friend. Anyway, it reveals the problem and the situation or solution. I mean, with no messing around. Use it when something has been bothering you for a while or you are at a standstill with a creative project. It's also great when you feel down and out but don't know why. It's likely the card in position 2 will be in its out of balance state for this reading. Reference the individual card descriptions for guidance. So first card is the path, and then on top of that you have the obstacle of the path. And then there is a relationship spread. 4-card reading. The Animal Spirit cards are like arrows piercing into the heart of our relationships. They reveal hidden dynamics and words left unspoken. They remind us of our best and worst selves. Use this spread to see what's going on between you and another person. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of the relationship spread. It holds a mirror up to your heart. So one is you, and first card is you. Second card, the other person. Third card, the shadow dynamic. And fourth card, the illuminated dynamic. Interesting. And then, year ahead spread. 13 card spread. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, you can lay it out in any kind of way, but it's similar meaning still. The perfect reading to celebrate a birthday or New Year. Actually, I don't think we did this New Year. We usually do. How weird. I just really realized that this is the first year ever that we have not done a whole year reading around my family, and so I think we always do. Wow, we've just forgotten it. Each card represents the essence of the month, and the card in the center represents the overall theme of the year. You can either shuffle the deck once and pick all the cards from the stack consecutively. Oh gosh. Or shuffle between each and pull. Shuffle between each pull. If you are doing this reading for birthdays, start with the current month's card in position 1. There are lots of beautiful variations to this spread. Make it your own, yeah. So first is January, 2nd February, 3rd March, and so on. Or wherever you start then. 13 is the overall theme of the year, if you take it the last. I used to have first card in the center representing the person, and then to the months. And let's see the card order. I will just see again if someone have checked in. Otherwise, you will have this to listen to if anyone wants later. Oh. No questions here. So, okay. The card order. You may have already noticed there are no numbers on the animal spirit cards. Once you start to shuffle, it's hard to discern an order within the suits. However, for more advanced readers, there is a thread of logic that runs through each of the elements. Yeah, I see that. Or suits. They are not so easy to find, though, because there are no numbers. But yeah, in the booklet, if you want to check that. Or the book. You can refer back to the guidebook at any time to study the order in which the cards are listed. Again, this is not crucial for grasping the meaning of the cards, nor is it a necessary step for delving deep into a reading. It is simply there as an additional layer. The order of the animals is not based on numerology, but rather a study of consciousness developing and expressing itself. The level of awakened elemental energy increases through the progression of each suit. For example, in the air element, the first card is the moth, and the final card is the eagle. Though the moth is endearing in many ways, it struggles to see and it lives a very short life. The eagle lives a long life and stirs in us a sense of wonder and greatness. Likewise, ponder the progression of consciousness and intelligence between the crocodile and the whale, or the fire ant and the lion. When the time is right, try adding this subtle layer to the wisdom of your readings. Yeah, but they are awesome and strong in their particular ways. It's very hard to, I guess, compare, honestly. I think some would outlive others, other greater, let's say, creatures. Anyway, the food web. Consider the rabbit for a moment. Worry and fear are apparent in every move it makes. We might even judge the rabbit. Chill out, we say. Be cool like the fox. I fell into this camp until I looked at diagrams of the food web and saw the long list of predators waiting to snack on the rabbit. It procreates like crazy because, well, it has to in order to sustain its species. After a while, a lifestyle like this takes its toll, and the rabbit simply has to be hyper alert all the time. People are like this too, by the way. The fox, on the other hand, has very few predators. It roams the earth as a hunter, not as the hunted. These dynamics are indeed biological, but being aware of and open to their message can bring new depth to your readings. When the fox and the rabbit show up in a reading together, know that there is a certain power dynamic at play. Same goes for the frog and the dragonfly, or the owl and the mouse. Yeah. Apex predators. For readers interested in adding an even deeper layer to the understanding of the cards, familiarize yourself with the apex predators within the deck. They are the heavyweights of the earth, water, fire, and air suits. Apex predators are animals that do not have any predators within their ecosystem. Therefore, they do not live in fear like many other creatures do, as they are at the top of the food chain. When any of these cards appear, know that you are dealing with a powerhouse. Not only that, but two apex predators from different elements, like the lion and the eagle, usually lock horns, so to speak, since they are both used to being in command. Also, think about this being on top on this previous card about this conflict. This little girl standing on top here, the calm one. The other one that is aggressive is like not on top. Yeah. So she is more fearless, yeah. Although keep an eye on this creature, yeah. Let's see. Wow. Oh, maybe now I must go back to this page. Oh, no one else is here either. So let's see if there is something else to say. The nature. Oh, one more thing. The nature connection. At some point along your journey with the animal spirit cards, I hope you will put the guidebook down and forget about all the esoteric animal interpretations you may have read online or been told by someone in the past. Remember for a moment that these creatures exist in the wild. They surround us. Other than the spirit cards, which belong to the unseeable and subtle realm, these creatures are out there as we speak, being fully and completely themselves. Studying them through a biological lens will deepen your relationship to these cards. Research their behavior, their habitats, look at their shape, what they eat, how they communicate, do they live, fast or slow with others or in solitude. What are their tendencies to fight, flee, or make friends? Take some time with these questions and observe the animal for what it is. Set all of your previous assumptions aside and watch a video of a cheetah chasing its prey. Watch a moth dancing around the candlelight. Get in touch with the essence and feeling it conjures up in you. Yeah. This is perhaps the most advanced and powerful way to use your animal spirit cards. And then it is the interpretation of the cards, I think. Let's see. Yeah, then it starts with the earth. I think it's nothing at the end. I mean, yeah, the whole cards, but I don't think there is an additional. No. There was something there, right? That I thought about maybe pulling some extra card for something here. What then? Just a daily card, maybe? Or this past, present, future dynamic? Or the path and the obstacle? Or just a random card? Your head? No. I will. I don't know. I will just pick a random card, actually. But I was happy about that card I pulled. Actually, really, wow. So I sometimes I do this, pick a card like 1 or 3, but I don't have the energy to like do that when no one is here. So to one card, and then you can have your own private secret question, and see how that fits into my description of whatever message I get here. But because there aren't many in here, so if there are super many, then it would be a problem to, I think it's a new start of sorts anyway, yeah, but then it would be less clear. I mean, if it's not many who watch it, maybe you find something in it actually. Let's see then. I will shuffle and see what comes up, if there is a message to some of us or you. Keep on shuffling 3 decks at the same time. It's really fun to work with several decks, I feel still. Oh, long hair there. Whoa. So now we get some cards here. Some messages. All right. The messages are, I got actually, I thought it was the moth, but it was the butterfly and the cosmic egg. So this is very wonderful. The cosmic egg is the spiritual, and yeah, first we have the King of Wands actually. So this is a very fiery man. Usually this is someone, a leader of sorts, holding their stuff. Very fiery, very engaged, very, active personality, innovative, and sitting there on his throne kind of. But he is still active, just sitting there. So something about that. First of all, maybe it relates still to these worldly things or to your personal life. And if you're not a man, this may relate to someone else around you that this refer to. You're someone you are interested in or in a relationship with or something. And this wand, it's like the springtime also. It's sprouting like green from this wand. So something good is coming here. Something is growing. Life is sprouting, is that word? But I will read about these 2 animal cards now when I got a couple of those. And this is a little bit similar to the first. I won't make that connection all the time now, but this butterfly, actually, it's not on top here, but there is this cosmic egg, and the snake is surrounding it, and it kind of has its tongue and its face directed in the towards this butterfly, and there is a distance, but it's kind of the same feeling. Like, what if this reptile would strike? Would this freedom and this beautiful, I don't know, be lost? And it's very interesting. This whatever is going to come to birth. I mean, this snake is like holding this egg. Something is going to be born here. I said that before also. I get the sense that this will be some new start. This is something new that will come in many ways, also on the stuff there. But I will then read about them. And maybe you see what it have to do with in your life. If this is about a relationship, the cards may represent you too. So one of you is the butterfly and one is the, I will also put a link. I will put a photo up on those cards on my Facebook page, so you can see how they look like. So this is the, where am I now? This is the air butterfly. Okay, sorry. Undergoing great change and transformation. Obviously, that could be the case with the butterfly. cheerful and graceful. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer done at the same time, or same place and time, then will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirits. Okay, I will check them. Oh, there are two like that. Oh, hey, yeah, you can ask Jessley. I will just read this cosmic egg card as well. But you can ask me. Well, you can. I won't pull cards for someone else, but maybe a relationship or so. If you want to know more, then I can pull a card. Let's see. And then we have this cosmic egg here. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. Yeah, wow. This is new, very strong things going on. Thanks for the like as well, anyway. This state emerges after we have thread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contracts written at the beginning. Hello? Keep up with I don't know what it says. All right. Hello. I don't know if Jesele went away and she could ask a question, or anyone, you can ask a question. Well, let's see. Written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. And there is also the cosmic egg and the seventh chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upwards to Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras play an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. How does Taurus feel about me? All right, I don't really do these exact things, but because I don't want to ask about a specific person, and that is a specific person. I don't assume you mean, oh, thank for another like. I don't assume you mean like Taurus's overall, but I can ask just pick some cards that relates to your connection, if that's okay. Then we may get an answer to that. I just have to check these two again here, if this is in a relationship. But this was really something new coming. And this, by the way, I just have to relate back to a few things that I said before. Then I will ask about your relationship, if that is okay. Keep up with Kifan, or however you say. Yeah. So this actually reminds me so much about the of the previous card. Also, that this butterfly is the scared one here, and the conscious one is actually the reptile, or the one holding this new life, this new birth, new world, maybe even. Yes, please, yeah. And the butterfly fears this change. So, and that is why maybe this advice to just keep to stable routines and let things have its way, you know. I could say a lot more about this, but I will ask a question for just like, had an interview as assistant manager. Will Mr. Joe really give me that job and start process transfer request? Actually, I won't ask about someone else. So I can pull cards about your, just a general card about your, about how it would go with your job or something like that if you want to. But first, I am with this keep up with person. So, the relationship between you and the Taurus, right? Just cards that represent that of sorts. Let's see what they are. How interesting. Oh, okay. Wow. Well. I just need to drink some water, I feel. Okay. Let's see. So the relationship with you and this Taurus person, actually. So first of all, there is a lot of distractions. There are, or rather like this. There are a lot of alternatives. I got 5 cards for you. I think it is, yeah. So the first card is 7 of Cups, and this, I think this is about indecisiveness, that either you or the other one, or maybe both of you, feel that there are so many other options, maybe. So you look in many directions. Maybe it confuses a little bit. Maybe there are a lot of dreams or wishes and questions or on how to accomplish those, or with whom, maybe even. So what I can see here in this card is that it's not a lot of action. It's not much exactly going forward or happening. It's more in this, it could be like fantasizing about someone else or something like that. But if it's this is love even, but even if it's not, this is about something, ideas and so on, that you just ponder in the sort of sky, in the realm of fantasy and imagination, which is a good thing if you know how to, manifest. But then you need to focus your energy on one thing. If you scatter it and focus it on 7 things, like here, or many things, that is more difficult. And also sometimes our imaginations can go, spiral downwards. We just see, we can portray how it would be to be closer in connection, whatever, and it will be like negative things, and then we start to think even more negative things. So an advice here is to, at least, even if you think in various directions, to keep it in a positive note. Dream about, or they say, like, do you daydream or nightmare? Are you daydreaming or nightmaring? Focus on the things that you look for, the things that are positive, whatever it is. Then you will spiral your energy upwards. So that's the first thing I see, is there is someone who have a very hard time to choose, because there are so many good things. Yeah, I think it's mostly that there are so many things that it may not even be like many love interests as such or something. It could be just many interests or things that take our attention. So we are drawn in many directions. Then there are 3 reversed cards, and at last is one that is upright. Okay, I will check these reversed ones, although I usually don't read reversals. It's the Empress, the seven of Cups again. So this is very much emphasized because the first was in the Universal White deck, and the other was in the Nicoletta Kikoli. So there are double, in these 5 cards, there are double 7 of Cups. So that is really a strong advice, or it really highlights the fact that there are too many options going on here. Right. Anyways, there is the Empress, the 7 of Cups, and the 5 of... actually, there is again this 5 of Wands. So what it says is like there the okay, I will start with the Empress actually. This is like someone who creates their world as they want. This is actually in this particular deck. This one sits with a magnifying glass looking at some insect like, or so maybe this is someone who almost study you or just dissect you in some kind of way. Not dissect you. This is a caring person who is really really interested in an actual way, but maybe like at the same time be like almost a scientist, like so super interested in that kind of curious way. Like what kind of creature are you, kind of that sort of interesting way of seeing you. I think this is the other one looking at you. This is the Taurus one looking at you this way, I think. And then there is this whole thing again. And in this Seven of Cups, there are a lot of rabbit's holes where they pop up some rabbit in different holes. Like, and talking about this hole, I read about the rabbit, like an example just now before here, about how they procreate all the time because, but anyways, never mind that. But I kind of think about that again now. Yeah, I think this is about attractiveness in that sort of also being distracted just because something is in your face, kind of that it pops up now and then you kind of get drawn there because it moves, sort of, you know. But she's sitting here and have a hard time choosing. Yeah, it's the same message here for you or the other one to actually choose, you know. And then there can be something really beautiful here. You can create a really wonderful, loving, and beautiful world together, kind of. But there is also a conflict. Wonder what that is about then. There is a conflict that you're going in different direction. I don't know what this is. I think it's actually, since I read about this card just now when it was something else, that this is different views. You know, one of you have more, let's say, wisdom or insights, and the other ones don't understand that, and then that person gets a little bit agitated or angry or feel kind of attacked or feel yeah, this person feel like maybe like you judge them or like that you, yeah, there is a lack of understanding here. It's nothing super serious, but the lack of understanding of the way you see the world is it's hard to build on that. You need to kind of you need to find each other there, you know. So this person standing on top here, let's say the one with more insight, the calmer one of you, like spreading these apples of knowledge, I assume here, or trying to hopefully something will be something that this other person can digest, sort of. But you see the world from very different perspectives right now, and that can be very difficult to it yeah, it differs so much. Although you are very closely connected, it's a struggle there because what you build is in different directions, you know. You want to pull it in different directions a little bit. Yeah, and it's very much triggers this. I don't know whom of you this is, but the one that react more emotionally and are less calm, that one triggered a whole lot because they can't see what you see. They don't understand it. It's hidden from their knowledge as of yet. So, and then the last card, the upright card, is one of Ace of Swords, which represent, this is like Ace of Spades actually. It represents, you could say, it represents very, very strong intuitive ability as well, but also the potential for great love. I mean, awesome love as well as great hate. So I mean, if hate can be great, I mean strong hate, strong love, strong hate. Yeah, this it's double-edged, this knife. So yeah, and this girl in this image, this is the Nicoletta Cogetti. No, it is her name, Nicoletta Kekoli Herdek. This little girl on this image, the Ace of Swords, she is kind of having this lollipop. Is that the word? She's trying to. I mean, she's kind of sucking on that or eating on that a bit, and this lollipop seems like super scared, like, oh, don't eat me, or like, oh, sorry, I'm laughing, but it seems like she just wanted good taste of. She don't have any harmful intent, this one, but the other one may feel hurt, or it may cause some pain in the other one who doesn't understand somehow. So this disconnect is also in this card somewhat. Maybe it is also about using someone. It could be because this one is like just eating the goodies here and don't take so much the other one in consideration. That can be the case, but I think it's mainly about lack of understanding, the understanding the other one's aims, and also you have different ways of behaving. Is perceiving and taking on things. Maybe you feel a disconnect from this person because her or his interest is like that. It's like scientific in a way. This person is very, very, very fascinated and interested, but in a way that is odd to you somehow, weird in some sort of way. So maybe you don't feel it as love. I don't know. And I guess since this Seven of Cups comes 2 times, I would assume that means that both of you feel that you may have other options and maybe that's better, or I don't know, like that. Since it comes 2 times, I think so, if this is about love even. So yeah, there is a few things. There is potential, as I said, this Ace of Swords is potential for such a strong, great, awesome love, yeah, here. But there are things that you need to understand each other. You need to communicate. I mean, actually, the one that is calmer here and just dropping apples of knowledge, sort of, this one needs to just not upset the other one. That one needs to like stay calm. Meanwhile, the other one get less fearful. Yeah, to let that one understand that there is no need for that aggression. There is no one out to like harm you. There is like, it's cool. But mainly the double message here was about this, the options. Yeah. You need to make a decision. Both of you need to make a decision to actually focus on it. I mean, choose each other. Yeah. And first, there need to be some trust from both sides, I think, actually. You need to start to understand that you both come from a place of love, but you have different ways of expressing it, just, But there is potentially a good potential for greatness, great relationship, if that's the case. But yeah, that's it. I hope you understood this. Keep up with whatever it says. Kefian. So, Jesle, if you're still here, I will pull a card for you about this. I'll just take a random card, like about the job then. About your job as an assistant manager, right? What that was. And by the way, I will just say this first. If someone asks, like, questions that aren't real, you won't get real answers, by the way. I don't need to know. I mean, you can have a fake name or something. I don't need to know who you are. But if your question is just made up, or if it's not like real, something that you really care for, then the cards or the spirits, as I see it, yeah. Oh, you understand it? Keep up with Kefian, or was it difficult to understand how that applies to you? Anyway, so but some message maybe there anyways, even if one would do like that. But yeah, I just want to say that now for the job, for this job then. Card for that. And by the way, also I don't really sugarcoat a lot. So if you don't want an answer that you may not want, then don't ask. So don't ask me. So here it is, the answer. Oh, here is the same answer for you yesterday. Oh, this is the 7 of Cups again. What is this about? Yeah. This is so many options. I guess this card in your case would suggest that whether thanks again. I think I thanked for all the likes here on 3. But anyways, I think that you yeah, it just means that if you wouldn't get this, I don't know how much you really focus in on this. Maybe you have other ideas and so on, because 7 of Cups is like that, and also that there are so many other options available if you took charge actively, like looking for them. That would be great also. So I don't know. I couldn't say that this is that you will get this job. I wouldn't interpret this card as that actually, or maybe it will be for a shorter while, or it's something like that, and you will realize that there are other options that you rather or prefer, you know, something like that. But don't feel discouraged if you don't get it, because there is so many ways to go that are very intriguing and adventurous and wonderful in all kinds of ways, or in various different kinds of ways as well. So if this won't be, then it will be awesome anyway. You just need to believe in yourself and take kind of charge and go in some direction. Yeah. And not for you. Why? Is this what you really want? Maybe you need to focus more then. I mean, maybe your mind is like scattered in different directions. KJ, do people think Chris gave me flowers for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Interesting question. This is such an odd question. I don't know what to. 4 likes. Thank you for that. I don't know what to make out of that question, honestly. You are tired. They always told me I am higher, then suddenly changed their mind. Oh, that's their change of mind that I see in this card then. Wow, they have many options. Yeah, happened many times. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, because that may be it then. That they show that this card is for them. I thought it was you. Yeah. Something else pops up and they have difficulty deciding. I don't think they try to fool you. I think they mean that, but then they feel like, well, maybe it's not for, maybe something else is better, or is it yes or a no? Well, I will pull a card for that then. It's weird. Why do you care if people think Chris gave you flowers for Valentine's Day, honestly? Anyways, I will pull this card then. Oh, is it a yes or a no? No, well, we'll see what the card says. What do people think? Why would you be bothered? Is my question for that, honestly. But anyways, fun question. One I think I will never see again. Oh, here we have several cards. First we have the fire ant reversed, and then the hawk upright. I will have to read about them in the guidebook. I can think that maybe the fire ants are actually people, because there are many fire ants here. And the hawk is maybe you then, or your relationship. I care because they thought we broke up. Oh, okay. So my thought is that these fire ants are other people, and then and then the hawk. But why then? It doesn't matter what if they think so. The interesting thing is what you think or you. But anyway, yeah, the hawk is upright. I will read that, but I will first see these other. There are two other cards as well from the Nicoletta Cicoli, and there is Seven of Swords. There's someone who is standing behind a house, like a almost like a stalker, or someone who watch what someone is doing. There is this girl walking her, going on her merry path there, and she's carrying in this balloon. I don't know, but there is someone sneaky person behind the corner there, checking her. Maybe it's envy here. I think it's someone who is not honest anyway. So I don't understand why they would think so. But anyway, and then we have Seven of Pentacles, which is very much about focusing on what you love. What's most valuable to you, what matters to you. And here is someone who sits there with like spider legs drinking wine. But anyways, never mind. The cards in this, the images in this deck is very special. So, but that's what it says. It mainly says that don't care about people's thoughts about you. There is some aim whatsoever. If people, whomever that is, think you broke, they want to see some reaction, I think. But this is not honest. This is something sneaky about this. Hey, sweetheart, may I ask what will happen in your life? Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. I will first read about the ant and the hawk here, which is probably a little bit of the same meaning as the Cicoli cards there. First, yeah, fire ant. Let's see. Fire ant. Fire. Here. It doesn't say much because it's reversed. It says argue, success, heat, gossips. Yeah, they are gossiping. Why don't let that bother you? So bring into balance by solo time, walks at night. Maybe it could be the advice here, but rather not be in this. But fire ants can like sting. I guess it sounds like it that they as if you get hurt. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. So just stay away from those then, whatever those people are. I don't think they are good for you at all, actually. Why would they, if they don't know anything, why would they even, I don't know. I just don't get it. So, anyways, and so the hawk is here flying. The hawk is watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. It sees clearly, intuitively. So I think soar higher than these people. Don't give them attention. Yeah, their opinions or the way they think or whatever. Just do your thing. Anyway, the hawk, the sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and it is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. I don't know, are you like insecure about this guy, about your relationship? It seems like because why would you otherwise care? And maybe, I'm not saying this is the case, but when I read this last card here, I wonder that maybe this one hiding there a little bit around the corner here. Oh, you are single and alone. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, maybe this person can be the one. Yeah, if you're insecure about that, maybe you should maybe he is not honest towards you. And if you feel that, because this hawk is a very intuitive one, even having the question maybe is an answer. because there is something there that isn't really right, and whether it's others around or if it's also related to him, I don't know. But maybe, yeah, maybe he is involved in that. I don't know. But listen to your intuition, your gut, and also trust that you will cope fine without him. Here, this Seven of Pentacles sits like having 2 glasses of wine herself instead. Like, I'm sorry for laughing because she looks a little bit sad or so lonely. But I mean, even if, yeah, you will be fine. Just, yeah, leave people who treat you strangely that you have to question them a lot. There are other people out there, if that's so. Okay. Anyways, easy to say, I know, but that's the advice that I can see in the card. So, all right, Marva, you don't know who you're alone. What will happen in your life? This was for another one. This was for KG before you. All right, for Alexa. So Marva, what will happen in your life? Yeah, this is not was not for you. What will happen in your life? Here is an elephant and an ace of swords. So we will read this for you. Oh, sorry for that sound. This elephant is, it have like a heart. No, it wasn't a heart. I thought it was like a heart shape in the third eye, but I think this may, even though I thought I saw it, it must be for you then. Yeah. Yeah, love life. Now maybe it will answer that. You just asked your what will happen in your life. So this is what you get. I don't see that in particular because it's the elephant and then there's the ace of swords. And ace of swords is its potential for, that's the potential for great love. It's not like there right now, but also maybe for bitterness or so if you don't get what you want or something, because this is a sharp card. Also someone that is very intuitive but can be maybe edgy, let's say. But I will read about the elephant here. The elephant, I think, is always a good card. I don't use this. I haven't had this for so long, so I don't know them very well. But I like them very much. So let's see. Therefore, I want to read them like this. So let's see. Where is the elephant? Oh, there, here it is. Eventually. All right, I will read this for you then. Unstoppable, auspicious, wise. Okay. One-pointed focus, generous, loving. This is like, yeah, I saw this as a heart shape there at the third eye. So the elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. Yeah, it will be awesome. Your life and your love life will be fantastic, is what it says. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if the card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. Also with that sword, you know, it's like what do you say? Yeah, you know, this the purpose, you will find it and everything if you don't feel like you have already and everything. To the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles. In order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. Yeah. So it tells you, Mara, to trust, and this will be awesome. A lot of things haven't even started yet. You haven't seen the results in manifested in your life yet, some of it, but it's there. And there is also a lot of fire related to this elephant here. Yeah. I see it. Also, elephants to me represent long life. So I would assume this means that you will live a long, auspicious life. And there will be great love, great everything for you. Is what I take from this. Yeah. Your being is very loving and so that kind of attracts all good things. Whoa! Now I just dropped this little poor elephant. No one else can get that card, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, it will be awesome. You're welcome. So that's that. Maybe I should just. I've been here for like more than one. Yeah, but you aren't, or maybe you are actually now, because this one of swords also seem a little bit. She's have this lollipop just, but yeah, you will find all the love. Everything will be great, although it haven't manifested maybe yet. So in all ways of love, I say, in all ways of life, not only love but that too, but everything. Yeah, it's very auspicious. So yeah. Mhm. It's what the card says. Can't make promises from what I see in the cards, but that's the energy of now. Yeah. So okay, maybe I have to go then and this, because I've been here for 1 hour and 40 minutes, and now the time is 1919 here in Sweden. So that also shows this new start thing. There is an ending in the, I feel the 1 and the 9, and also 2 2s is like 22. Like it's very loving and very stable. Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. So yeah, I will just pack my things and go then. Thank you very much for participating. And I like to learn this. And from the beginning, I read about this wild unknown animal spirits deck. I've seen others using it, and I just love the imagery in it. It's fabulous. So it was nice to take time and read about how she thought, who made this deck, and so I will use it more times. Well, I guess that's what was good ending cards for you, and I wish everyone the best. And yeah, I don't know when I check in next time. I used to do this pretty randomly when I just feel for it. To me, it's very relaxing. I kind of drift off, and I like to just connect. Also, that's the thing when you feel alone. I understand also from your end, let's say, but also not that I do you generally ever, but still it's fun to connect, even if you are by yourself at home or so. Yeah. So, though, but I will randomly check in again whenever I feel for it. Yeah. So, how to end this now? Good. And also, I have a lot of decks, by the way. I guess I have not all of. I should talk about all the decks I have sometime. I don't have all Dorian Virtues, but I have a lot of those Angel whatever decks, and I also have a lot of Oracle decks, bunch of different tarot decks. Yeah, and all of them I love. This. Oh, I will take a last card here. It's the Sacred Mirrors. That's my newest Alex Gray. This I was obsessed by before I got it, and I'm still actually. But this is a meditative deck. I think it's so it's so deep. I will pick a card from this one. I have to close my eyes. They are so large. Oh, then we get the Universal Mind Lattice. Wow. It says like this. Wow, it's like this when it builds the energy flow, like go through your head and around on each side, and then up again like this. What is it called? Donut shape, That image is in this huge card. I've never gotten this before. It says, the sages say that spirit is a circle whose circumference is boundless and whose center is everywhere. The source of our radiant core being bound. No, gosh, I need to start over. Sorry. All right. The sages say that spirit is a circle whose circumference is boundless and whose center is everywhere, the source of our radiant core, being beyond time, birthless, deathless, shining toroidal sphere of soul. Thou art always in a love energy circuit, interreflecting, interlacing, connecting every other being and thing in the cosmos. All are cells in the body of God, each individual part of the all, that is all of the all. Yeah, so this was about interconnectedness. You are never alone. Yeah. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye bye for now.